Niagara's history, of course, is tied closely to the War of 1812. The Foster Festival will take advantage of that history this June as Norm Foster's play, called 1812, will be performed on location where much of the action took place, although this particular play isn't set in Niagara. Emily Oriold, what a great idea to have this play at Fort George.
Thank you so much, Mike, and thank you for having me on to talk about the show today. We did a Zoom reading a year ago, about in June, of this particular play, and our audiences loved it. And at the time, we were kind of joking a little bit about how interesting would it be to be able to do this at Fort George in Niagara-on-the-Lake. And um, honestly, once an idea starts to be talked about, you just let it roll. And I met with the fort shortly thereafter and was very fortunate that they loved the idea as well. And so I'm thrilled that they're on board and we're able to do this in a historical setting that is dedicated to 1812 and the War of 1812. However, you are correct. This play does not take place in Niagara. It is about St. Stephen, New Brunswick, and Calais, Maine. And when the war broke out, right the day that it broke out, it's about a mayor and his family, and then a couple of people in Calais, Maine, and how that affected them, because they really didn't see this bridge that divided their towns as a border. They saw themselves as neighbors.
Emily, with the pandemic still a factor, this is really timely, being able to do a play outside in this setting.
Yes, we continue to try to plan productions that we feel are our best chance to guarantee that we are able to continue and move forward with them. That's how we've chosen to approach this year. We feel that the pandemic is very much still a part of our reality, and we don't know what different restrictions may come down. So we've chosen to do everything outside this year, just so that our artists can keep working and our audiences can keep enjoying Norm Foster's plays.
You're offering some very special experiences, and some of them sound fantastic. You're utilizing what Fort George already offers in a way.
That's right. We have some 1812 experience packages that we put together in association with Fort George. And so before the performance, on certain dates, audiences will be able to come and enjoy demonstrations such as music and muskets, the sounds of 1812, fighting in fashion. Fashion is very popular right now, also with Bridgerton. That's a show that everybody's watching. It'll be similar to that fashion, and you'll be able to see a fashion show before the performance as well. And a few dates have some ghost tours as well for anyone interested in the paranormal that will happen after the show. So we've really tried to make this a full rounded experience for our audiences.
You have a director that is returning, a few cast members as well, correct?
That is absolutely right. The wonderful Jim Mizon is directing the production, and returning to us is Lisa Horner. Many of our audiences would have seen her in our inaugural season and halfway there. She's also been on many Mirvish stages. She was in Come From Away, and unfortunately that show had to close. So we get to have her come back to the festival, which is great. And introducing David Nairn, who some people know from Theatre Orangeville as its artistic director, Patricia Yateman, Jesse Dwyer, Edmund Clark we're introducing, and Ellen Denny as well.
They must all be so happy to be back on a stage, back working.
Absolutely. Actually, just yesterday we had, which was Sunday, we had a reading where we had our donors with us, and we had a cast reading a brand new Norm Foster play. And Jim Mizon actually mentioned how wonderful it is to be back in a room hearing people laugh again and being able to experience that together. So we're very much looking forward to doing a full production this year with a full stage in Fort George in Niagara-on-the-Lake.
Lots of laughs in this play, I imagine. How can people get tickets?
You can visit fosterfestival.com for more information, and our phone number is on there as well if you'd prefer to call us. We have all the information for you.
Emily Oriold, thank you so much. Great to see you again.
Thank you for having me, Mike. Take care.